Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new part on the painting of Ionus Cryptborn, the dim miniature that goes on the Drake. And in this part we are going to paint Ionus himself, the rider of the Drake. So we have painted the Drake on part 2 and 3. Part 1 we have done the base that you see here. Okay, so if you want to know how the other parts were done, tune on the previous videos, and this one we are going to focus on painting the Cryptborn himself. So we are going to go for quite a dark armor, and we are going to combine this with some gold and some what's called this cream colors, and yeah, the purple at the back. And I'm going to start applying Basilicanum Grey on the whole armor. Okay, as you can see, it's unglued, and I didn't put it on a base because I want to be able to reach the bottom of the feet and all the parts. So for example, in that case I will start from the top. This grey is quite dark and will give me a perfect base to do the black, and indeed will give a nice highlight from the beginning. I really like this Basilicanum Grey. I think it's a very a nice way. You can also use Black Templar, but I think it's a little bit too dark. Does not give the shading that I would like to have. I think these have more contrast. So this way I decide to use at the end Basilicanum Grey. Okay, we have a very interesting armor here with this type of ribbed design. I think it's really a nice armor design, and this time, yeah, I did not go for the typical rim I have in my Stormcast. I thought that this is a quite a special character, and yeah, and I decided to deviate from my from the color scheme that I normally follow. Okay, so I'm going to apply this over the whole armor, and I will be back once this is done. Okay, the armor have been done. You can see for me it looks more black than grey, this Basilicanum Grey. And the next I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Screaming Skull. I'm going to use the inside of the cape and some of the relics or bones that he has encasted in his armor. I will start first with this one. Okay, and what you want to do, you want to first paint the parts that are more inaccessible, that are more difficult to reach, because these are the ones that you can have much easily an accident. And then you go, oh, this way you do know the cream with the inside of the cape, because this is in contact with the armor, but also is quite deep there, and it's not easy access in some parts. Okay, this is the part that you always hesitate if you want to do a subassembly or not. When I saw it was looking easy, this fold here is not helping that much to reach, but I think overall, yeah, it's easier than making in subassemblies for me. This is always up to everyone how they feel more comfortable in the painting. Okay, I see that the wash was not fully dry there, so I will change the side. I will wait a little bit on the other side that is fully dry. So I'm going to keep doing that, and I will be back for the next step. Okay, so as I said, we are going to do this. I think I will do at the end as well the ribs, because the ribs are looking like a decoration. This is the part I was not, but I think I will give this skeleton look like, and I will do some of these details in bone. This will help. For me this looks like, and I know that the helmet is as well as cool. I have it here. So I will do the helmet as well in white, okay? And these shoulder pads will go in gold. So I will do all the parts that I want to go in bone cream color. For example, I will also do the pages of the book and all the details. I will do all these details in cream. Here there is not much to say. It's just thin layer of Screaming School on all these parts. Okay, and I do that and I'm back for the next step. Okay, now I have applied the Screaming School, and the next step I'm going to use the Messy Desert XV88 and of course Screaming School, and we are going with these three paints. We're going to do the shading and the highlights on the cloak, sorry. So I will start with XV88. It's quite thin, and I will start applying it in the deepest parts. Okay. Again, as you can see, some parts can be tricky to reach, so I will go like that here. Then I will start using some Messy Desert. I will start highlighting, making the more exposed parts. At the end I want to go for more yellowish, darker cream color. Okay, here we go. And now I will go with Screaming School. And I will highlight here. Now I will use Snake by Leather on this area, and I will use the Messy Desert. Okay, again the Messy Desert here and here. And now we'll use Screaming School. Like that. Okay. I will use the Messy Desert here. So I will do this part, and you can understand the rest is going to be done in the same way, right? So I add because I'm messy. It's a question of balancing the color and playing with the shades until you're happy with the final tonality. Okay, this is why I have the 3 colors and I keep mixing them. Okay, you want to avoid that you have lighter color there. To ensure that it's dark. HV88. Go here. Then back to Screaming Skull. As you can see, I don't let it completely dry because in that way I blend the colors much easily. So if they are still wet, for me it's easier to blend the colors and to create these highlights and shades. Okay, the other part I will do it off camera. Just want to focus on this part so you can see how I want to do. Then you have to think how this will go, because this will go like that. So the lighter part should be the one facing up. So it should be this one. And as well here on the upper part of this fold. Okay, something like that will do the work. Now I will do the rest and I will be back for the next step. Okay, so we have done here the cloak, and now I'm going to do bells and some other decorations. As you can see, I also paint them in the Screaming Skull color when I was doing the rest. So now I'm going to use a snake by leather, and we are going to apply this where we want this leather looking things. Okay, like so I will do it. We'll apply it here on this. And I like a lot this snake by leather, because for me give a very interesting leather look in one go. And I will do as well the weapon handle like that. Okay, the belt. And as you can see, I try to be accurate and not to go out to paint other parts. Okay, I will do this back here and some other, and also these bells or these things that are holding the bone decorations in place. Okay, so in doing all that, you can see quite straightforward. Try not to put too much, spread a little bit the paint so it's not accumulating too much in one point, and we go. Okay, so I'm going to do this and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so we have done the leathery parts. Okay, now I'm going to use Retributor armor, and we're going to do all the golden decorations that we want to do on the guy. So we are going to do, for example, the buckle of the belt, the shoulder pads that I have. I will do this type of, I don't know if this is a lantern or what is this, is a symbol, but we are going to do all this in gold as well. Okay, and then as well these things that are holding the cloak. And as I said, I have the shoulder pads here. I know that they are not prime, but I will do 2 layers of Retributor armor. Okay, so Retributor, sometimes, yeah, when it's this type of small parts, I use the base color as the priming as well. Plastic will hold correctly. Not going to be a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 layers of Retributor here. I will do all the decorations. I will do also the halo on the helmet in gold. Okay, so I'm doing all these ornaments and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so I have applied Retributor armor on all the places where I want it. So let me show as well the shoulder pads. You can see they're gold now, and as well on the helmet. Okay, so next step, I'm going to use Luxion purple, and I'm going to do the covers of the book with that. We have there, so this is going to be again tricky because there is no way to take it from the back, so you have to go inside and I try not to dirten the parts we already painted. Okay, give a nice purple, and as I don't have too much access, I prefer to use contrast, because it will give me, and now we are going to do here the edge like that. Here I did a mistake, we will need to clean up later on, but you need to do this part here and this one here like that. We will clean up and then it's going to be okay. Okay, so I'm doing this, be careful, you have to understand most of this will not be true. Okay, I will wait this device now for going in the detail. I think I will wait at all this device and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so this code looks like now. We have waited the previous colors dry a little bit, and now I'm going to use Rayclon Flash Shade and I'm going to apply this over the gold as we have done for the armor of the debate. Okay, so take that one, and we're going to apply this over all these parts. Okay, like that. Try to be quite precise. Then we're going to do this lantern, and I will do as well the shoulder pads. Just be careful that it's not pulling. I'm going to do this, okay? So I'm going to do as well the shoulder pads, and I'm back once this is dry. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Seraphim Sepia, and I'm going to apply this where I have have the skulls, and so we'll apply it here. We have this skull. I will apply it on the well, or the ones at the leg. This one. And I will apply it as well here on the book. And on the ribs. And then I will apply it as well. Don't forget these bones. All of them were painted in a previous step with Screaming Skull. and now we apply that. Okay. Okay. And we waited again this device before doing the next step. Okay, so this is how it's looking like. And now I'm going to take the gold and I'm going to do the locker that we have there on the book. Very hidden. So I will just apply there sideways. Just to give a little bit of, but you can see the purple contrast have worked perfectly, and I don't have to do more things there, so I have what I need at the end. And now I'm going to work on the highlights on the armor. So how we are going to do that? I'm going to use, as you have seen in other videos, I'm going to use different grays. So I will start. We'll have Corpus Black. Okay. Corpus Black. It's almost black, but it's not. Okay. It's a very dark gray, but for me it's lovely to use it. Okay. We are going to have black, of course, in the white palette. I have here very thin black. Okay, I will use as well Administratum Gray. Okay. And I need a mid-tone that will be Downstone. And Downstone we can mix it with the Corpus Black, or you can have even a medium tone if you want, Asian Gray or something like that. But in that case I will just mix it when I need it, and that's all. So what we want to do here, so we have, I'm quite happy how have worked the Basilicanum Gray. So now I will, the part where I want to be a little bit darker, I will apply now, for example, here. So what I will work is to make darker some shade that I want to be darker. Okay, and trying to leave the highlights like that, and it's going to be quite a fine work. Okay, and many to work on the highlights that we already have. To enhance a little bit more the black. I'm working this area because it's easier to show in camera. I want to start with the deeper parts. Okay, for example, this part here. I want to show a little bit the abdominals. Like that, something like that. Now I will take the light gray. Something like that. You can see the main purpose. Now here I will make a mixture about 50-50 downstone and Corvus, because this part for me is too pale. So then if I see, you can take a little more Corvus. Make it darker. Something like that. So the intention is, so for example this part here that is too light, I put this, okay, then I will use downstone just to mark a little bit, then a mixture to make it a little bit lighter, a little more downstone. You can even go to a little bit of administratum. To make it, to soften transitions and to work with the grays, to give this extra. So for example there looks a little bit too flat, so we will take a little bit of mixture a little bit more downstone. Okay, but you want at the end to be this part a little dark. Sorry. Something like that, you see? We keep working. Let me do the neck area. What I will do here is with administratum I will highlight all this decoration. Okay, you can see something like that. Now we'll do the dots. This rivet. This rivet. Do this. And this. Okay. here at the back. I want to put some water because it's a little bit too dry, the paint. Like this, and you will do the same the whole armor. Okay, it's up to you how light you want these highlights to be. Okay, I like quite a big. I like quite to have a nice contrast. For example, this one I will go with downstone here. Okay, and here I don't need that big contrast because it's not that sharp. And the intention is we have some highlight done, but in some areas it's not super well defined. So I want to be sure that it's well defined and we have the type of highlight that we like. Okay. And then something like that it works. I will work now the legs and the arms the same way. I'm back for the next step. Okay, so this is how the black armor is looking like now. Okay, so it's cleaner. I think it's better. Here I just realized I missed this part. But okay. And now what I want to do is I want to go deeper on the gold. So I'm going to do a second wash, and this time with Agbath Air Shade. Okay, so let me just look for it. Oh. Okay, here we have it. Now we're going to apply, especially on the gold part. So I want to have deeper shades, and then we're going to highlight. Especially here I want to apply some. Okay. Again, this step is quite straightforward. Just I try to be more careful with this one, that is not pulling where I don't want. So try to control where it flows, where it goes. Try to put a little more on the shades and remove it when it's pulling on the parts where you don't want a shade. Okay, something like that. We will do as well the helmet. Okay, and the shoulder pads. I will start with the bottom. This part I want it quite dark, will be facing down. Okay, then I will let it dry, and then I will do the part facing up. Okay, so I will know that all this dries, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so the wash we have applied before is almost dry. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Swimming School. Okay, this one. And I'm going to highlight a little bit the bones and the skulls. Okay, I like to leave the ivory color, so I don't go pure white. Okay. And here I will clean up a little bit as well. If I need something a little bit darker, I will use a little bit of the Messy Desert. Okay, it will give more a yellowish color. Okay. Those are the ones at the back. Something like that. And now I'm going to use Auric Armor Gold and Retributor Armor. So Retributor Armor, the base color we used before for gold, and Auric Armor Gold. And I'm going to give a little bit of highlight to all the golden parts. What you want to do is to recover part of the brightness of the shiny. Eliminate some of the dirtiness that the washes can add. And if you need to recover some of the definition because the gold went out of place, you have Rhinos Hide. That will be the perfect shade for this. Okay. You want to add some Auric Armor Gold to really give this shiny look to some of the parts. And keep the contrast. Just shake it a little bit. Okay, we'll take the rotator armor. Let's do here this. So we're really looking for contrast here. Okay. We're going to do the same on the shoulder pads, and we're going to do the back. So I'm going to do the rest, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, one of the next steps I'm going to do is I want to show, I will apply Seraphim Sepia on this guy. Okay, so we are going to take, again, I put it in the, I misplaced it, so just give me a minute and I'm back. Okay, so here we have it, and I'm going to apply Seraphim Sepia on the helmet. Okay, to give a nice shading. And we wait that this dries here, okay, before working on the helmet. Okay, we have done the highlights on the gold, like here, and here with Auric Armor Gold Retributor. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a silver paint, okay, and with this color I'm going to do a second layer of highlights on the golden part. We'll do this one here because this is the shoulder pads are the ones that maybe I want to give more highlights because they will be on the upper part of the rider. So you want to do some, I try to go very soft and add some highlights. Okay, and I will as well do here. I will do the rivets. The intention is to give this extra. Touch, okay, and we are going to do the same on the other golden bars. So there. There. Okay, I will do some accents here and there. I like to do the rivets. We're going to do a little bit, not too much at the back, just a little bit. You want to be moderate with the silver. And then I will do the mace. Okay. So we'll do all the metallic of the mace with that. Doing that. And here not too much to say, just a thin layer of silver all over the mace. And I will be back for the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to use iThermatic blue and I'm going to paint it on this gem here, because we want to start putting this blue glow in some places. We'll go on the face and we'll go on this type of, I don't know what is on this relic. I'm going to use now, let me look for it. I'm going to use Glyph Charger, okay, this one, and we are going to apply this on the weapon. So I'm going to start first with this part. Okay, something like that. And we're going to apply it as well on the main part of the weapon. Okay, again, I will, here I put a little too much, but you want to start spreading it out and try not to dirten the leathery part. And we go, we do the 4 sides, don't forget any part, try to be consistent. Okay, and I will remove a little bit the excess. And we keep turning and applying. Okay, and then I will wait that this dries before doing any further step. I want to be sure that it is completely dry and I don't mess up with that. Okay, I will remove a little bit the excess, it's a little bit too dark. Okay, like that. So I wait now that this dries and then back for the next step. Okay, next step I'm going to highlight the cape. So I'm going to use a Screamer Pink, Fulgrim Pink. Okay, and of course we are going to use the base Barak Nar Burgundy. Okay, and with these three colors we are going to work. I also have black in case I need some deeper shades. So let's just start with one side, for example this part here, and I will start applying the Screamer Pink. Okay, and as we have quite a dark base, it should come, you can see I try to go, whoops, I make a mistake there, I should go quite thin. Okay, bring up one moment, let me stick it there. Okay, I will do as well this one here. Like that. We need to think that this will go like that on the horse, on the Drake. So I will expect this to go in this to be one of the lightest part, and now I'm taking Fulgrim Pink and I start highlighting here a little bit. Okay, something like that. Okay, I will do as well. This part will be a little more difficult to do. We have the lantern fun, or this reliquary. I like to let it dry a little bit before I start doing, and here you have to take into account that this will be mainly covered. But we can do, let me do one thing first. I will glue the shoulder pads, because now I need to understand what is covered and what is not, and this I need to do it with the shoulder pads. So I glue the shoulder pads and then back. So now it's easier for me to understand what I should highlight and what not, because the shoulder pads are now in position. Okay, so you see that you want to highlight is mainly this fault, this fault, and here the same. Like that. Okay, and here we're going to put again. I'm going to go very pink now, and I have it mixed. So I mix the pink, the Fulgrim Pink, with the Screamer Pink, with the more Fulgrim Pink. We highlight that like that. We put a little bit of Fulgrim Pink here. To give this burgundy color, okay. Again, I don't want to go too light. Here we need to highlight like that. We're going to have the saddle there. the back of the chair, or the back of the saddle. Yeah, this is also tricky because I don't know exactly what will be covered by the saddle and what not. So I'm trying to highlight these folds. Once again, I have the burgundy color to make darker where I need. And we will keep highlighting this. Here. And then this. Okay. Say it, and we'll do one section, and then you can imagine that the rest of the cap will be done. The cape will be done in the same way. Now I'm taking full pink, always quite thin it, quite thin. Then more full pink. You can see that I have both paints on my brush, so in that way when I need full pink is not that bright because I have a little bit of the screamer pink. Here I will go with full pink pure, and now we'll take a screamer. I don't want the full pink to be too visible. That's why I keep the brush loaded with the screamer pink. Okay, I will do again here. This shape is a square more likely is because there is a saddle there, part of the saddle. So now I'm adding a little bit more full on the upper part here. What we can do, we can take a little bit of black Templar, okay, and I'm going to apply it, not like a, I will go exactly where I want the shade, and because it's a contrast, I will play, even I can take some water. The idea is to create these shades deeper, like that. To put as well a shade here. This is a little bit too much, so you can take a mix a little bit with the burgundy, and give the shape like that. Now I'm taking the screamer and I'm doing highlighting again. Now I go with the Black Templar again. I will do this super deep fold here. Okay, something like that. And now I take the Burgundy. And you can see without washing, and now I take a little bit of Screamer Pink. And we are going to finalize this. Okay, and that way we have done the shading quite dark, and I don't go that light on the color at the end. Again, I go with Black Templar. Now I mix it with Burgundy. I'm making this darker. A little bit of Black Templar. This shade here. The idea is to create more contrast. You see, and Black Templar, in that case, is what I like to do for the contrast. Okay, we are going to do the same at the front. Now we take some Burgundy without cleaning the brush. Okay. And if it's needed again, we take a Screamer Pink, and we do like that. Okay. And the front, we are going to put as well a little bit of a Screamer Pink in some parts where I want to, and I will use the Burgundy color if I need to. Okay, so I will do the rest of the cape and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so this how looks like now. Okay, we have this done. Next I'm going to use Screaming Skull again, and I'm going to do all these type of parchments we have. Here, yeah, there is not much to say, just apply a thin layer. Be careful not to dirt on anything. We just go and we do all these ones here and the ones on the cape that know the cape is done. Okay, so I'm doing that and I will be back for the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Retributor Armor and do these ornaments that we see here over the cape and these little skulls. Okay. I will do all this. And I'm back for the next step. Next step, I'm going to use Seraphim Sepia, and we are going to apply it on this ornament. Okay, like that. Okay, and I will go as well over the gold. You want to be sure that each single symbol letter is well shaded, and you want to avoid this pulling out, or at least excessive pulling out of the letters. Okay, another one. Okay, I will do the one in the maze and I'm back. Okay, while the Seraphim Sepia is drying, I will work on the head. Okay, and I want to do at the end, I think I will do glowing eyes. So I'm going to apply first white to make sure I have the eyes completely white. And you can see I go a little bit out. Okay, and I will wait that this dries. And I will do the same. Not to touch. I will do the same here on the lantern eyes. Okay, on the relic eye. I will apply white on the eye in the eye sockets, and I'm back. Okay, next step, I'm going to use turquoise color. I'm using this one, light turquoise. Okay, and I'm going to apply it around the eye, but leaving the center in white. It's quite thin, this color. Like that. Be patient. Something like that. But I want to leave the white in the middle. You want to do something like that. Okay, I will do the same on the relic, and I will be back. So next we have here, you see the glowing. Another thing is I need to put additional white there in the middle of the eye, because you want to eliminate any shading there. And now I'm going to use again Screamer Skull to add some highlights, or to go back to add some highlights on these ornaments that we have there. Okay, something like that. And as usual, I go with very small strokes, following the edge, but at the same time I do the strokes perpendicular to the edge. You can see I do like very small ones. Okay, something like that. And we're going to do both sides and all of them, okay? And of course we're going to do some mistakes, as you can see there. So in that case I will take a little bit of black. Okay, I'm doing this on all of them. This one you can see there, that did not went well. I have XV88 and I will use XV88, the same colors that we use for the inner cap, the inner of the cape, so we can use it to help us if we need some darker parts. Okay, I will apply here. Something like that. I will do the same on the other ones and I'm back. Okay, next step, I'm going to use silver again and I'm going to highlight the weapon. So we are going to take silver and highlight some parts of the weapon. The blade especially, all these, all the edges. And again, the intention is clean up a little bit the contrast and give more a clean look to the weapon. Okay, so okay. put a little bit of highlight on this part. Something like that. Okay. We are going to do the same here. And we keep working on that, okay? You can see it's more or less the same in all the parts. So I need to do again this, just going around the maze and highlighting. So I will do more of the same and I'm back. And with that last step, I will consider the miniature done. So I did not glue the rider or conus on the saddle, but I think it's not needed, so it holds quite nicely. Of course, if you put it upside down, it will fall, but this is how it looks like. So quite happy with the final result. I think it looks it's a really nice miniature. I really enjoyed painting it, and I think will look great on my Stormcast collection. So far, very happy with this miniature. I really like it. So let me go. So this is how it looks like. Okay, and if we zoom in, so you will see have very nice details. You can see here the rider itself. So really nice. You can see once integrated. I will need to. You can see always when you're finishing, you have to do these fine touches at the end. Simple here. I will clean up this mistake there. So just looking if they have missed something, but not much to say. So and then I will paint the rim in a dark brown as I did all my Stormcast Eternals, or maybe black in that case. So that's all for now. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give a like if you have liked it. Share if you think other people can be interested on that. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching. See you again later. Bye.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything.